This is the Spice and Tea Exchange. It's a cute little store on Broadway tucked in between Alder and Washington. And Rob Liniger is the owner-operator. Now, we're doing salt today, a salt tasting, which I've never done before.
All right, well,
What is that?
This is the Himalayan salt block. This is actually a cooking device. You can actually put it on a gas stove top, cook directly on it like a pan. You can also put these in the freezer, chill them, and then use them as a serving platter like we have here. And the great thing about salt is that you can put raw chicken on here, rinse it off with some cold water, and then serve vegetables. It kills all bacteria.
That's the good thing about salt. This is huge, a huge, heavy thing of salt.
It is, and it can last about 10 years. All you do to clean it, to maintain it, is just rinse it off. Don't put any chemicals on it, dry it, and store it in a dry place.
That's great. Now you have a lot of different kinds of salt. I know people are used to kosher salt these days, but not these.
Right, these are a little bit different. We have mineral salts, which is kind of like the salt block we had there. That's a halite salt, and then we have solar salts, which are salts created through evaporation. Normally we call them sea salts, but we have river salts, lake salts, and so forth.
So there are two distinctly different kinds of salt.
Definitely.
Okay.
And basically, all salts have different little nuances and flavors and work differently with foods. So, yeah, I mean, salt seems like salt, but it actually has a lot of different characteristics. So I thought we'd just try some out, if you'd like.
Yay, okay.
So here's a piece of cucumber, and then if you would like, you can pinch some salt, put it on there. Again, salt won't pass on any bacteria, so you can pinch it. Somebody else at the table can pinch it. So that's the Fleur De Sel.
That's delicious.
That is a French Mediterranean Fleur De Sel. And Fleur De Sel means the flower of the salt. It's the top layer taken from the harvesting.
There's nothing bitter about it.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And table salt, we're used to having kind of a metallic type flavor.
Yeah. Okay, this is the Himalayan mineral salt. I actually have some of this at home.
Do you?
My daughter likes pink salt.
It's a wonderful salt, has about 70 different minerals, a lower sodium chloride content. Really nice, kind of has an earthy, smoky-like flavor.
And again, it's not too hard on the tongue.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, now this one, Chef David says, is the best.
Now this is a
best salt
finishing
there is.
salt. So this is the Cypress Lava. So the difference is that a finishing salt is put on at the end of the cooking process or at the table. Basically, the crystal formation and the moisture content makes it break down in the cooking process when exposed to high heat. So you want to keep this to the end.
And make sure you tell your guests it's salt. You don't want them putting it in their coffee.
Right,
Okay.
That's true. All right, and next we have a flavored salt.
Okay, this looks weird. It's gray.
This is a olive salt. This is made here in Oregon by a company called Lords of Salt. This is wonderful on vegetables, salads. It's infused with natural olives.
Flavorful, very flavorful.
And flavored salts are kind of a new trend. I mean, salts are very popular these days, so they're kind of experimenting with them. And flavoring is a great option.
Chardonnay smoked salt, that's interesting.
Yes, so this is a smoked salt. We have quite a variety of smoked salts. This is the Fleur De Sel, which you tried first, aged in old Chardonnay barrels. And
Really?
then they take the barrels, chop them up, and smoke the salt with them. So it's not infused with Chardonnay, but it kind of has an oaky flavor to it.
It does have a smoky flavor.
This works really well with fish, vegetables, not a red meat because a red meat will overpower the salt.
But grilled vegetables, that would be really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This is amazing. And then you have more than this, correct?
Oh yes, we have about 30 varieties of salt for all different types of cooking. And another nice thing about salt is that if you're trying to cook an authentic dish, say like a pasta dish from Italy, you want to use the ingredients from the region. So we have like a Sicilian Revita sea salt. So when you're trying to recreate a dish that you had on a vacation, you want to really use the ingredients from the region itself.
That sounds great. And you also have salt blends that are blended with spices?
Yes, we do. We have some that we actually zest our own fruits in like a Florida Sunshine blend. Really good, so yeah.
All right, Rob, that sounds great. So if you want to widen your horizons when you're cooking and you're seasoning, you definitely want to come down to the Spice and Tea Exchange. You will be amazed at the variety.